Microsoft's bringing ads to PCs, and it actually makes sense. They have opened up a number of job listings because they want to build a new direction for Windows. Specifically, they want to focus on low-cost PCs that would likely run over the cloud and include subscriptions and ads. Unlike the tech news, which are totally free, so you should totally follow. Please. Now, while I would personally rather jump into a pit of fire than pay for a PC subscription with an ad-supported business model, this could make a lot of sense as it would enable a lot of people to buy a PC with a very low initial cost. It would probably be quite popular in some developing countries, for instance. Now, like I said, while this sounds absolutely horrifying to me, like I really don't want to have a computer in the cloud, but you know, that's just me. I'm a programmer. I do a lot of stuff. I like having my PC right here. I like having my data right here where nobody can like look at it and stuff like that, just because I care about my privacy. You know, it just is how it is. But this sounds very exciting because this could really truly enable some very low cost PCs, and it could make a lot of sense for a lot of people because, for instance, Microsoft could just sell, let's say, a $100 laptop with very basic hardware, and then maybe you would just pay a subscription of, let's say, a very basic plan of like $100 per year to just run Windows, but it would be hosted in one of Microsoft's cloud servers, for example. But that would just work for a lot of people. You know, if you just need to use your PC for work, or if you just need to study, something like that, it makes a lot of sense because you're also not really gonna have to upgrade your PC ever, right? Because as time will move on, Microsoft will just keep increasing the specs, they will keep updating Windows, all of that, so you don't have to worry about any of that. You know, the only thing that could pretty much happen is for the physical device that you have, you know, maybe the keyboard stops working or the display dies or something like that. But then, you know, it's also very cheap because it doesn't really have any powerful hardware like CPUs, graphics cards, RAM, storage. You know, it doesn't have any of that, so it would still be pretty cheap. So this would make a lot of sense in developing countries, for example. It would make a lot of sense for people who just can't really go out and make a big purchase like a computer, because, you know, the thing is, of course you can buy a computer for like 200, 300 bucks, but it's gonna be pretty slow and it's gonna suck. Now, sure, you can get a lot of a better deal on a used computer, but that can also be a problem because you don't really know how the previous owner treated their hardware, you know, were the temps always high, like, you know, what's the story behind that? And a lot of people just don't want to deal with that. So having a plan where, you know, you might just pay like 100, 200 bucks per year for a computer that is in the cloud, and you just never have to do anything. You know, you never have any problems with your hardware dying. You never have any problems with data loss, for example. Windows is always updating itself. That sounds pretty good for a lot of people. You know, personally, I wouldn't want to, you know, have that, but it does make a lot of sense.